I want you both to preview tomorrow's meeting between the mayor-elect, Mr. Mamdani of New York City, and the president. Kind of insane. Like he's coming to the Oval, and the president's still calling him a communist, and Mamdani's still, saying he's not going to let the police deal with ICE. Here's Karoline Leavitt rolling out the welcome mat, but dousing it in kerosene. This is number 16, please.
Just add, it speaks volumes that tomorrow we have a communist coming to the White House because that's who the Democrat Party elected as the mayor of the largest city in the country. I think it's very telling, but I also think it speaks to the fact that President Trump is willing to meet with anyone and talk to anyone and to try to do what's right on behalf of the American people, whether they live in blue states or red states or blue cities, in a city that's becoming much more left than I think this president ever anticipated in his many years of living in New York himself.
Hyma, when I get around to writing my profile of Karoline Leavitt, that might be the opening anecdote, that what she said there. But I saw you shaking your head, so floor is yours.
I mean, oh my God! And look, if as I mentioned earlier, the president has yet another opportunity to lower the temperature. I know we're not going to talk about that video and the response the president had, but the American people are looking at the president to show leadership in these instances. If he feels like Mamdani is going to be a bad mayor, what can we do to help him succeed? The city of New York is a very important city for America, and we can't afford to waste time with the president calling the mayor-elect a communist. I mean, look, to Karoline's point about he'll meet with anyone, this is the man who met with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia just a couple of days ago in the White House, rode the red carpet out, met with Vladimir Putin, met with Xi, met with all of these folk, and you're going to call the sitting American mayor or mayor-elect of New York City a communist? That is both disgusting, irresponsible, and it does not behoove the president of the United States of America to use that kind of language of another elected official when he's meeting with literal dictators, literal people who've treated their own people in their country so poorly. And this is a man who the New Yorkers duly elected, who they feel like can bring them some hope around lowering costs, around safety. And so if I were the president, I would say what I heard is some of the same people who voted for him voted for AOC and voted for Mamdani. There's a Venn diagram of need. And what they're saying in New York and what they're saying in Virginia and what they're saying in New Jersey is they need costs to be lower. Childcare costs are too expensive. Healthcare is too expensive. People are struggling every day. It's not about electing a communist or a socialist. It's about electing someone who they feel likes listening to them and who responded to their needs and responded to what they were saying for all these months, all these years. And so I think it's just disrespectful. I think it's disgusting. And I think it's unfortunate.
Thank you, sir. Amber.
I wouldn't go so far as to call it disgusting. I think strategically it's pretty stupid. I mean, I don't think the description of him as a communist is like really that far off the mark. But do you say that when you're inviting him to the White House to try to make sure New York City doesn't collapse? Then that's probably not a wise thing to do. I would just also point out, on the Saudi thing, Biden gave the guy a fist bump. Like, let's be real. We're talking about presidents dealing with who is at least, technically an American ally. Presidents have to meet with people all the time who are awful figures. That's part of the game. So I don't think it's fair to criticize the president for that.
Also,
I'm just to clarify, I'm okay with, I'm not saying that's a critique. What I'm saying is if he's okay with meeting with those horrible people and saying that they're good people, you can't call the mayor-elect, an American citizen of New York, a communist. Like, that's just not correct and not right.
All right. Our first sponsor tonight is our good friends at Cozy Earth, who are having a sale. Prices so low, they're insane. 40% off Cozy Earth products, the whole site, everything on there. Go to cozyearth.com, promo code two-way. The bubble cuddle blanket, the jogger pants that I wear nearly every day. I'm going to a black tie event tomorrow night. I'm just this close to wearing my Cozy Earth pants. I'm not sure I'll get away with it there. But otherwise, you can wear them anywhere. The pajama set, the sheets, the towels so soft. NFL Sunday, you'll just grab your Cozy Earth towels and just spread them around on the sofa or the lazy boy and just sleep with them, cuddle up with them. They're very soft. All this available now on the site. Crazy Black Friday sale. Stock up for gifts or stuff for yourself. CozyEarth.com, promo code two-way. Wrap the ones you love in luxury with Cozy Earth. Thank you for your attention to that matter. Go buy a bunch of stuff and get a little pop-up. How did you learn about Cozy Earth? Mark told you about Cozy Earth.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well,
Easier than a walk in the park. Hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America. And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and two-way tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.